What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Goku Talks Tuesday. Let's talk about my week of training and also, am I going to finish the 100 miler? All right, guys. So, my week of training last week, it was a little bit of a rest week because I was feeling that plantar fasciitis during some of my runs. So, I wanted to give my fascia some time to rest and heal up. And I think it did good. Like I said before, whenever cold weather hits for the first time after a long time of like a warm weather, like a week or two of warm weather, my plantar fasciitis usually acts up, especially on the run. And during my 18 miler the other week, it did act up. So I wanted to give it a little bit of time of rest. So I did run probably like a 5 miler, I think. And then I decided to give it a rest and then just run my 31 mile that week. So I only did like 37 miles last week, but I did have that 31 mile in. And that was the longest run on my training session so far. So I was happy with that. But it also gave me a few doubts in my head about, can I finish this 100 miler? Like, I know I can finish it if I have enough time. And, I did 31 miles in, I think, 8 hours or so. So it's going to be close for me to finish that in 32 hours. I know Rocky Raccoon, they extended the time limit from 30 hours to 32 hours in the last 2 or 3 years, probably with the change of the route. I think that's when they did it because I didn't really know it until I signed up that it was actually 32 hours. So I actually have a little bit longer to complete the race. But even so, I've been watching other people's Rocky Raccoon videos on YouTube, and one of them who did it last year, he said that 170 or so people DNF'd the race. Either DNS or DNF'd that race. So 170 people did not complete the 100 miler over at Rocky Raccoon. And Rocky Raccoon, for the 100 miler, it's going to be a long race. Like, it's going to take me 33 hours. And, even after that 8 hours, I was done. I was done. And I think that's also mentally, like, you know you're so close to being finished that you want to be done then. And I know during the 100 miler, I'm gonna have a lot of those, especially whenever I go back to the finish line, because it's gonna be a 5 loop course that I'm going to want to be done every time I go to the finish line, and I'm going to have to fight that urge to quit because it's gonna be strong. It's gonna be cold, maybe, it's gonna be hot, maybe. It's going to be whatever, maybe. My body might be hurting. My plantar fasciitis might be acting up. My headspace might be acting up. Who knows? 32 hours is a long time for a lot of things to go wrong and also a lot of things to go right. So I don't want to be all negative about it. And I am training hard in order to make sure I'm able to do this race. But at the same time, I have to be realistic. I'm a 250-pound runner, and the odds are stacked up against me to finish this race. I know that you may see the pace that I think it's like an 18:44 or 19-minute pace can finish the race in 32 hours, but at the same time, that's 32 hours of constant movement, and it's gonna get tough out there. And I uh, I want to be realistic, and I want to give myself the best chance too. So that's why I have to keep up with my training. It is mid-December. The race is pretty much going to be less than 2 months away, and we're coming into the finish line of the training program. Of course, the finish line is going to be the 100 miler at the end of the race, and hopefully I can make it. Rocky Raccoon isn't a whole bunch of elevation. It's, I think, 6,000, 7,000 combined for the whole 100 miler. So not a ton of elevation, but it is going to be more elevation than I've seen over here in Southeast Texas. And it's going to be different. So that's why I do want to get a training run in over there in Rocky Raccoon. And I think I'm going to go there this Sunday if I can. There's going to be a training run over there because I want to experience it over there and see exactly what my pace is going to be on the actual trail. So again, I'm trying to do everything I can in order to, make myself successful over at Rocky Raccoon. And training is definitely something that I can do. I can do all these videos, show you guys that I'm doing all the miles, but race day is gonna be race day, and you never know what's gonna happen, especially for your first 100 miler. I'll have to see what happens. Somebody asked me, Chris, he actually asked me, where am I gonna do my 50 miler or 100K? And I don't want to spend the money because I am cheap, and there's really not that many races around here that I can do. I probably can do Bandera, but again, I don't want to spend $700-800 just to go to Bandera and run over there. So I might go to Memorial Park and have a run. So if you guys are in Houston, I would love the company. I'm going to probably do it over there. So in the next few weeks, I'll have an event set up. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up, but if I do decide to do my 50 miler over there, 50 miler 100K, probably most likely the 50 miler, I would love to have a company. So if you guys are in the Houston area, come join me for a few loops over at Memorial Park. It's a 3 mile loop. I can extend it to 4, but yeah, come out there. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be out there. I don't know who's gonna show up on that day, but it's probably gonna be like a Saturday or Sunday, and it's gonna be the week after the Houston Marathon that I'm gonna do my 50 milers. So come out and join me. That's gonna be a good time. And pacers do make a difference. I was running alone over when I ran my 50K. So pacers make a difference. Other people on the course make a difference. Of course, running solo 50K is going to be a tougher bout than running it with other people on a race. Even though you don't see people a lot of times when you're running an ultra, it's good to know that there's other people suffering along with you during the race. So that's another thing that I have to account for. That I did 31 miles by myself. It's gonna be a little bit easier on race day. So this week is gonna be a little bit of a back off week because last week was the every 4 weeks is like you do a peak week and then you back off for this week. So this is going to be a little back off week. I'm not sure what's the mileage for this week. I think it might be like a 15 or 16 miler for my longest this weekend, but I'm going to get those in, and things are going well. I need to keep up with the training in order to ensure that this 250-pound runner can cross the finish line with everything against him. My own weight, my own insecurities, my own everything. So 100 miler it's a battle. That's what I was thinking about during my run, that 100 miler is the battle. And in order to win the whole war of crossing the finish line, you have to, conquer those battles. Battle mentally, battle with your body, battle with the time, battle with the elements. There's a lot of battles, and hopefully on race day, I win the war. So that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're training for. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know anything in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.